As probably you already know and you comment, ErWin was divested from CA at the beginning of the year, or the first quarter, March. And the most important thing from that is that we were picked up at a very good company, great company called Parallax Capital. And Parallax Capital is allowing us to grow and invest a lot of money to get to our vision, like for the next 3 years, which is to become the industry leading, not only data modeling, but because that's what we are already doing and that's what we've been doing for many years, and we are leading that market, but in the whole data management area or arena, that's what we want to get. We want to get to be a 100 million plus revenue company and be 200 plus employees. And let me tell you that we are on that path. With the recent acquisition with Corso, we have included not only the EMEA team that is located in Prague. We have now this office for Corso in the UK. They are based in the UK, so we are expanding. The team is growing, so there are some changes coming, very interesting. And part of that investment is not only or lead us to have strategic partnerships with key big data vendors, with companies that share our vision, and not only that, but as well to acquisition of companies like Corso and some other acquisitions that will come in the future, which I don't know exactly, but will come for sure. And that takes us as an agile development organization, because part of this investment and part of these changes are taking that we can react faster. I mean, being part of a huge company was very good in some parts, but in the other hands, when it's a large organization, there are very let's say, historical structures that you have to follow, and if your business is not the core business of the company, then the flexibility changes a little bit. With that, now we are really in a agile part. Let me tell you that integration with Corso and ErWin, like the first product was so quick because they were already working with us, and when we integrated, we could have a functional product in 6 weeks, so that was perfect. And then we want to get for you a sexy product, a product that you like, and with the help of Technidati, we are growing this, one of our best partners, not even in Europe, but I can say global. So I thank you for that. So we've been talking at ErWin with you, with our customers, with our partners. What are your enterprise data management needs? Basically, we identify these for few areas. First, the part of discovery that we already covered that. We know how to discover where the data is. The quality, we need to ensure that the data has quality. Especially in the organizations, probably we will have more time to talk, and you can probably describe me a bit what you are doing, how you are tackling this issue. Then the governance part, we use the governance to make sure that the data is governed, where the data is located, and so on. And from that, we can jump into the architecture and modeling the data, something that we've been doing. So this gives us a complete enterprise data and information management platform. That's the idea. We want to cover all the aspects for the data management, and I will share with you. So this is our, let's say, if you allow me the expression, our helicopter vision of what we want to get. We are starting from the bottom with the data sources. Our new approach is, we call it any square, which means any data from anywhere. It means we can gather the data from traditional SQL or relational databases, whether they are in the cloud, whether they are big data, you name it. The idea is to be able to gather all the information, and then with that, build a data foundation platform, again, where data can be discovered, where data can be governance, and ensure that there's volume data, because you've seen that data is growing in ways that we cannot sometimes control, or this data makes any sense for this data. So well, we need to make sure that data has quality. So it was lead us to the data enterprise architecture, which means that we can construct your business architecture, your application, your architecture infrastructure, and security architecture. We want to cover all these parts in your organization, information and data. And from that will lead us to this part which we call it the enterprise data model, which once you have all the information located in the data, you can take business decisions, which is a very important thing. With that, you can create applications and process that makes sense into your organization. And then, as mentioned before, we are covering now this part with traditional ErWin and with the part with Corso, and we will in the future try to cover as much as possible, as told you, with strategic partnerships or acquisition of companies that make sense according to our vision. So, two news that Giorgio probably said, I kind of understand because Spanish and Italian are very close, but if I'm repetitive, sorry, probably I didn't get all of that. But as mentioned before, ErWin acquired Corso. The nice thing about this is that Corso is a SaaS platform, which means software as service, and we will find another ways to offer you solutions. You can discuss with Renato, with Giorgio, how we will offer this to you, how we want to license that, but we'll provide you a very flexible way for you now. And then the second thing is that well, with this acquisition, we have a new platform, a new product called ErWin Core. But further, I will describe the features. I will not make a demo because, to be completely honest with you, it's as well very new for me. But we can provide you some links if you want to have a demo, if you want to watch it on YouTube, or we can organize some remote as well demonstration for you. So the great thing is that we create this bundle, and again, it's provide us software as service. So what are the part focus that we are now heading with the enterprise architecture? Well, the first is we need data structures, we need how to gather the information. And some issues is that existing tools are very old and they don't meet today's market's needs. I have met some companies that they were even building some models with VCO or with very old tools, well, not old tools, but not powerful enough tools to tackle the issues they were having. And then to pass from one platform to another, it can be a nightmare. You know? So that's something that we are working on. The business architecture has to be capable, or the capability. You have to meet the business continuity because interrupting the business is losing money, so we cannot do that. You need to be according the process that you are establishing in your company, and as well to meet all the organization's requirements. And I mentioned you before that the customers require an ecosystem interconnected tools, because once you have the process to step or to jump on in the next process has to be something transparent. You don't have to lose time on that or duplicate efforts for you or within your organization. Again, as well for application architecture, your development team is working with your DBAs, and with your DBAs is working with some other areas of your organization that they need to talk, and they need to talk the same language. So we need to find some way to integrate that architecture. which is integration of architecture, application portfolio management, and as well the application by capability. So as well, this will interact in a very transparent way with no-route and deep data integration. I will show you some of the features. And some other part as well for your part in the price architecture is related to the infrastructure design, how you're working with your plans for disaster recovery, for storage, and for the infrastructure, how you're planning in the future, how you're going to solve these issues. And if we have these tools, it happens that, okay, you plan, for example, for disaster recovery, but it can be something very difficult to integrate, so we need to solve how in an easy way. And again, the implementation costs are very high. You need to train people in different platforms, and duplicates cost, time, and so on. You name it. Part for that security architecture. I have one question for you. I heard that UniCredit is here.
Yeah.
Another financial institution is here, or insurance.
Almost.
Okay.
Almost all of them, financial institutions.
Yeah, because and this is a question from me to you, because for the part of the security architecture, I'm not sure which exactly the norm or the legislation or the rules you have to follow if there's someone from say from the Italian central bank or the European central bank. That's something that if you are coming into an audit and you will have not only map your data but as well how the flows of the information is working for the security purposes. So you will complain with that. So that would be a good way to do it. Yeah, and here is mentioned part of the information security, data security, and legislation, because you can avoid some how to say, like not penalties, but to avoid to pay, fees because you are not complaining with some rules of some part of the legislation, which you forget about it and you do your job with things. So in this case, so those are like the needs and the issues, and who can use this? Well, the portfolio manager, IT strategy, directors, people like you, management, the information architects, data architects, and DBA. So we can interact with all of them. So why work with ErWin with the cloud core? Well, the first thing is the nice thing is now everything is available from any platform almost, because we have it now as a service, so you can integrate that very quick. The usability, 100% mobile from any device. You can open the platform from your mobile, your iPad, or any device. If you're in some meeting and you need to show something right away, you can do it immediately. The implementation, well, it's a software service, so the cost for implementation goes zero. Engaging. How many of you are working with this methodology for procurements? Are you working for? Well, if you're not familiar, it doesn't matter. I mean, it can be some way to map the processes. But if you are finding some other way to map your processes, you can use this methodology or another. It's up to you. And then for the ecosystem, it's the option to open API will let you that what you say today is not always true tomorrow, right? Because the organization grows in an organic way, like the human process or like in the nature. So the same way, you have some probably basic design, and on the way you realize that you need something more, or it happens that someone else comes with another idea. You say, you know what, this process probably could be better if we solve it this way, or you know what, we need this, or we need to take this out, so that will let you with the ecosystem using the open API. So what are the features for Agile EA? Well, all the core enterprise architecture disciplines goes from business capabilities, innovation management, processes, applications, data management, comparative technology. And how we solve it? Well, now will be automatic with pure SaaS. The interface is very customizable, and as we are working in a natural way, drag and drop. Again, as mentioned before, you can work with any device. Doesn't matter. Are you working with any of these tools? The Archimate and Toga. Are you familiar with this? So now it has needed support for that. Again, the part of calibration can be team-based with Kanban, but if you are using another methodology, we can check it on the way. Very important thing as well, it's role-based access and notifications. For example, we will see in the following slides how you can define the different users and how these different users can integrate and collaborate together. Another thing, the way to global search that we've been working as well with some other tools with governance, campaign, etc. And this is very important for you as well, because that's something that when you are under NowDeep, part of the security, you've been asked sometimes, or you've been asked who is accessing the information, and that's very important. Again, we are supporting LDAP support, so you don't have to duplicate your database of users. You define your roles in just one place, and your users can access the application according the roles you define already in your domain or your Active Directory or any LDAP directory you are using. It's using the ISO 27001 or the British standard, which is equivalent to the EBS for the security. Again, can be used for open API to work with your development team, and the Paras web services, which is so as I told you that you can define in an organic way the roles. You cannot pretty much all the profiles and the business users that you have in the organization. So and as well, if you need to add new one, you don't need to add any code. It's very transparent. So that's the license type. And with Renato, we will be able to give you more details, but this is basically how it's been licensed. As common administrator, a role that has all the rights, which can create meta-model customization, scorecard creation. That's we were talking about the Kanbans. Can define privileges for the other users, and this user can create system alerts. So I think in your organization can be 1 or 2 administrators, and then the rest can be according to these roles. Like some professional, probably the data architect, someone that needs to create and save pivot tables, charts, roadmaps, even models. As well to analyze model content. Another can be the contributor, which can create dashboards, concepts, and some associations. As well build diagrams, and task management, and so on. And then someone that's only a reviewer, someone that can just review the cases. This is a way to just increase the visibility across your organization. So those are basically the license type. About the price and so on, well, that's something that we can discuss with Renato. Very important thing is that, again, about security. As I told you, it's certified with the ISO 27001. I'm insisting a lot of this because this is a key driver for many of the issues regarding security. Because you see the way we just don't discover the data and we have the quality of the data, but as well we are now concerned about security. Though we don't touch the data, we need to make sure when the structures and the data it's being managed, it has to be in a secure way. So, and that's very important for you as well to meet and comply all the regulations. So this is pretty much same about the flexibility of Agile EA. So very important thing, the part of development will be very fast. You don't even need to be skillful like as developer. Many of the tools can be really drag and drop. You don't need to worry about coding because sometimes some applications can be really powerful, but you need to insert some code, and we don't want to take our time coding because we are not developers. We are doing something else, so we can do that. That's another thing is that you will get automatically the upgrades or the supports with no cost because it's part of the SAS service. You can work with any framework, any model, and again, the part of governance, Renato will talk a little bit more about later. But as well, we can cover all these parts of our governance, which can be the business capabilities, innovation, processes, and again, application, data management, and technology. Again, if we will be happy to provide you more detailed information because this is pretty new material for all of us. We wanted you to be the first to hear the news, to be aware about this. We will be more than happy to provide you with online webinar. We can organize even probably in the future some other more technical seminar or meeting. Yeah, similar for me. It's was very brief, but I don't want you to give you a lot of information. So the less is more sometimes. Again, thank you for having me here, and it's a pleasure. I'll be with you around if you have any questions, or we can have a session afterwards.